So Ethan Klein is in trouble again. He said something stupid again. I'm not going to sit here and moralize over it and talk about the effect because I've done that already in like 2 previous videos. I really just want to talk about the situation as a whole. So Ethan just does not know when to just shut up and not say the dumb joke that's in his head. Like, YouTube has already suspended you for a week every time you say these dumb jokes that aren't even funny, but yet you insist on saying them. It's like you can't live. You can't continue your podcast unless you say that dumb joke. Here's the clip of him saying this foolishness.
We have to do whatever we can to protect the kids. And if that means shutting down the entire Catholic Church and bombing Vatican City.
That's not good.
Parody.
Of course, bro. I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
I don't own an army.
Thanks, Ethan.
I don't have a military at my disposal.
Hey, I don't know what sounds these are. Let me just play them. What does this do? One. Wait.
I mean like with an army, not like a terrorist attack. I meant like
No.
it's
Hey,
the
this kinda
whole
worked.
city. The whole city.
This kind of work.
I find it hilarious that even his employees are like, dude, come on, man. You have to shut up. Like, you have to. Like, you can't keep doing this, bro. Like, I don't know what was going through his head to where he thought like, oh yeah, this one's gonna make him laugh. And you can tell Dan, he was the guy that was like, oh, what is wrong with you? He knows there's gonna be repercussions for this, all right? The girl who was covering her face, Olivia, she knows, oh, yep, that means I get a week off again. Like, I don't know what the point of even doing this is. And then to go back and being like, oh, I don't want a terrorist attack. I want the whole city to die. Come on, guys. That's better, right? Like, what are you thinking? Now, Twitter had some good takes on this, surprisingly. So I'm going to read them out to you. Starting off with Willie Mack's show. Ethan Klein said Ben Shapiro should be gassed in the Holocaust, wish the Vatican got bombed, wish the NRA convention got bombed, still on YouTube. Leafy calls Pokimane a 2 out of 10. I don't think anyone should be banned, but I do think Leafy needs to be unbanned. I genuinely agree. Like, I know Leafy did more than just call Pokimane a 2 out of 10. There was stuff where he would just keep making videos about her, and he would clickbait people. But in my eyes, that shouldn't get you banned. That should be like, dude, that's annoying, whatever, right? And I'm not even like the biggest Leafy fan on the planet, right? I just think that him getting banned was ridiculous, especially when you're going to allow Ethan Klein to continue to say all this stuff. And clearly, YouTube has no interest in banning him. So they should just bring Leafy back. Obviously, they won't because of, PR and stuff. But if they were interested in like the spirit of fairness, I think they should bring him back. How about we call out Ethan Klein next time he moralizes over someone making an edgy offensive joke and not when he actually makes an edgy offensive joke. Yeah, I 100% agree. You should call him out the next time he's like, this joke isn't funny and it actually affects marginalized groups or something of that nature. Just post this clip. Just post the clip and you don't even have to say anything because you know it'll get under his skin. If you do it now, they're just going to be like, oh, well, I can't believe all these people are getting so angry over a joke. Aren't you guys the guys who call people snowflakes? That's the exact type of response he can have. And he'll just skate by. But if you call him out when he's like actually like being a hypocrite actively, then there's not really much he can do. If you believe Keemstar shouldn't be deplatformed, then you should believe Ethan Klein shouldn't be deplatformed. Both these guys have a history of being pro-deplatforming, but also have a history of helping to bring people back. I agree. I think that this new deplatforming meta is cancer, and I'll be glad when it's finally over, when people aren't like calling for the channel bans of people that they disagree with. Like, it's fine to disagree with somebody, but you don't have to be like, okay, so now I want their livelihood gone. Like, how much of a loser do you have to be like, oh yeah, you disagree and on this one issue, yeah, you have to be gone. You can't have your job anymore. Like, that's so dumb. Now we have a dumb take from Pimp Master Broda Alpha Yoda. Only a matter of time before Ethan Klein gets divorced at this rate. His wife could have used that Twitter account for business promotions for her clothing line. I think saying that, oh yeah, he's going to get divorced now, that's stupid. I don't think that they're going to get divorced over a Twitter ban. If you want to say like this is an indicator of deeper issues, I still think that's weird, but that's better than just saying, oh yeah, your Twitter account's gone, your divorce is imminent, okay? That marriage is over. I strongly disagree. But yeah, he definitely cost his wife money. Like, objectively, he cost his wife money because that's an avenue of free marketing that she had, and now it's just gone. Now, I think she can just make another account, honestly, because, yeah, she can make another account because, well, she might get caught for ban evading, I don't know. Because it was Ethan using her account. She could be like, oh, well, I had nothing to do with that, blah, 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 which wouldn't be true. But, you know, she might be able to get back. But as of right now, that's definitely costing her money. Then we had some takes of people being just flat out disappointed with the person Ethan's become. Like Jalen. She says she feels sad every time she sees any of his clips. Because, you know, it is a little bit sad. You know, this guy that was like teeming with potential and was doing cool videos, had cool ideas, all of a sudden just dropped off a cliff and is just not that type of person anymore. Which on some level is fine because, you know, nobody's going to be, you know, the same content-wise forever. But the way he's just changed and tried to act like he was just this horrible person and now he's become this great person is just so weird to see. Then we see Lemon say how YouTubers feel about Ethan Klein, and then he posts the text that Tom Brady sent to Antonio Brown. Honestly, at this point, I just see Ethan as the bitter old man that's just yelling just to yell. He just wants to say something just to have a little bit of attention. And he really thinks that he's doing like the right thing or he's saying the right thing. And it just keeps coming back to, you know, bite him on the nose. I don't know what the thought process is behind some of this stuff. But I do think that maybe he's like trying to get more popularity. Like, oh, if I say this, people are going to get so mad about it and they're just going to boost my name on Twitter and then I'm going to get even more people interested in me. And honestly, it's just a bunch of people looking at him in pity, going, wow, man, what happened to the old you? I miss the old H3. And there was somebody made the I miss the old Kanye thing about them, but like it sucks. Like when you go look back at their older stuff, it's well edited, it's funny, it's well put together, and he's not hateful. He's not attacking anybody for just disagreeing with him. He might make fun of somebody, but that wasn't like the main focus. I feel like when he stepped into politics, he got cringe. And not because of like his specific politics, just the way he carried himself through those politics. The rules for thee and not for me. Like, it just felt so disingenuous. And then you sat there and looked at it and was like, I don't know if I want to even like hear from this guy anymore. Like, I first heard about Ethan a couple years back, and I was watching his videos about like Humongous and the prank channels and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, this guy's got a podcast, because I started to get into podcasts. This was like heavy quarantine time, right? And even his clips about like, oh, Michael Jackson leaving Neverland, like that stuff was good. Like, it was interesting to see his insight. I might have disagreed with him on points here or there regarding the clips, but like there was still like this vigor and energy and like almost this excitement of like, hey, I'm doing this. This is fun, guys. Come check it out. And now it just seems like he's a broken shell of a man. It's like Griffith after he was captured by the king of Berserk. It's just, there was this good thing that was there, and now it's just broken. It's a shell of himself. Now, obviously, Ethan Klein isn't going to cause the eclipse, but it would be nice for him to, put forth some effort to change and make better content. Like, hiring all these people, doing all this stuff, it's just lame, right? And you can tell that he even feels it's lame because he's saying dumb stuff like this to try to stay relevant. And at the end of the day, it's just futile, and it makes him look worse. I'm going to end it off here. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.